Everybody's running with this Katt Williams interview, but nobody's asking the people that was there. Mike Epps just cleared up a story a lot of people got wrong. Let's get into it.
When Katt came, people like, man, you said, I say, first of all, when someone comes sit down, I'll always ask them, is there anything you don't feel like you don't want to talk about? Because if you're sitting in that chair, which you're sitting in, I believe you have enough of a career that I can talk to you over your career about something that's not your most salacious or something that you don't want to talk about. I believe you have enough of a career that we can talk about, exclude that, and still get the best Mike Epps.
That's right.
So when he came, I had no idea what he was going to talk about, but that's his story. Like, Mike, you tell me your story. And I'm like, Mike, that didn't happen. That is your story. You telling me your story. I wasn't there.
That's right.
So I can't. They're like, man, you should have said no. Stop what? I don't know his relationship.
Well, you know what I think? Because I met Katt Williams a long time ago. We did a thing called, it was a comedy competition in the Bay Area. It was called the Bay Area Comedy Competition. And Katt was as cool as a nice and a motherfucker. His name was Katt in the Hat.
Yes.
And Katt, when it was time to do next Friday, Ice Cube asked me, man, you know him? I said, hell yeah, that's Katt in the Hat from Oakland, because I thought he was from Oakland, because he was always like a Bay Area dude to me. I said, hell yeah, that's Katt. He said, man, he funny. He put him on Friday After Next.
Right.
So
you knew him prior to Friday After Next?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
From like I said, the Bay Area Comedy. I thought he was from Oakland. And then he did the Bay Area Comedy Competition, and I knew him from there. But he was always a cool, calm, funny dude to me. I never seen all of the crazy shit that happened. But I can honestly say this right here. I really think that coming up in this business when you're young as a comic, you could probably relate to it in sports. I think you do get brushed by older guys the wrong way. I done been brushed by a couple of them, but I don't say nothing about it because I understand what this is. It's a sport, and it's camaraderie. And when you first come in the game, when you first come in the locker room, just talking shit.
Really?
I mean, in anything.
Yeah.
I think when you're coming into prison, gonna try you. You go in the locker room of a sports joint. You know that.
Right.
Am I lying?
They're not trying. A lot of, especially if you play this, because it's like, okay, I might take somebody under my wing, but am I really trying to take somebody under my wing that's really trying to take my job, take food off my table?
Hell no.
So
you're gonna be away with them, and I think that's what happened to Katt.
Right.
Crossed him a couple times. Steve Harvey. All of the motherfuckers crossed him some kind of way.
Right.
But it happens in the game. Because I'm an older comic now, and I run into all kind of young that sometimes I run into little young comics, and I be looking at them like, you need to get a job. Straight the up. Now, you're going to have to prove to me later on.
Right.
And if I see you again and you hot, I'm going to say, shit, this little end up turning into something.
Right.
But I know that can happen, and I'm pretty sure that happened to Katt.
Right.
Because it happened to me.
Right.
Yeah, it even happened to me in the music in my earlier days, you know what I'm saying? Being good, coming out the gate, swinging, making a name for myself. Yeah, I had a lot of people, older ones, that was hating and didn't want to support and all that. You know how it go. So I understand how he feel about that one. Hey, yo, do me a favor. Hit like on this video. Help your boy get this video out there. It lets the algorithm know we doing our thing and helps the channel grow as we trying to get there, baby. Let's get back to it.
With some of the same that he was talking about.
Damn.
But I never took it the way that Katt took it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The only that I took that from, when me and Kevin Hart had a little problem, is Kevin was a dude that came right up under me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And he blew up, and he got famous, and he got rich, and they were no longer talking about Mike Epps. But before Kevin came along, they was talking. I had this shit locked down.
Right.
I did. I was out on the road, but I didn't know that other part of the business, which was business.
Business.
You know, I got in show business, and all I was good at was the show part of it. Cause I didn't grow up under business. And all I could speak for was really my work, which in later on in life, that shit ended up helping me because I did good work. And I didn't get the big accolades, but I did good work. But Kevin Hart knew how to do that show and that business. So he was able to get in there, and then I had to end up learning from him.
Damn.
That's how that shit worked.
Yeah.
The old learn from the new learn from the old. And I didn't understand that. So
this is my last time stopping it. I once again agree with Mike Epps on what he just said. You know what I mean? One of the first things what I did in the music industry was learned it. You know, that was the first thing I wanted to know, just in case things didn't go the way I wanted it to go. At least I knew the knowledge and how to keep my head above water. So he absolutely right once again. Let's get back into it.
I took it to heart. You know, I took that shit to heart. I was looking at him like, shit, this is a little dude that came up under me that opened up for me. That sometime I put money in his pocket. And he don't remember, but a couple times I've seen him and he would kind of brushed me the wrong way. And see, people do that shit sometimes, especially if you get some success. Sometimes if you get some success and you hot and a person see you and you don't respond to them or act a certain way with them, especially if they are OG to you, they'll take that shit to heart and all. This motherfucker think he better than me. You know, that's how that shit ended up happening. And I told him that when I seen him, I said, you know what? You actually end up putting fire under me. That's what it ended up actually doing. It put fire under me because at the time, man, I was settled in whatever the f I was settled in. I needed some young to come along that was hot and the people was loving them and looking at me like, what you gonna do? You know? That shit hurt, but at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, you know what? I know what I gotta do. I gotta stick it to them. So I just went back to my regular roots, to who I really was and how I started comedy. You know, and that shit helped me, propelled me to keep going and stop looking at the new, stop looking at the old, and just focus on what you got, because there's only one Mike Epps. Ain't gonna be no other Mike Epps. It's only one Mike Epps. Go do Mike Epps, and you're gonna get whatever you get from that. And once I focused in on that, I was able to breathe and I'd be free and not look at the young coming up or the old.
I was going to ask you, because you were on the Friday After Next with Rickey Smiley.
Right.
I had Rickey Smiley on the show, and it was great. Rickey was unbelievable. He's one of my favorite guests.
Right.
He divulged some information that I didn't know.
Right.
He said that he was originally cast to play Money Mike. Katt asked me, why? I said, Katt, how am I supposed to know? I wasn't on the set. I got to take, if you were to say, you know what, Sharp?
That's not true.
Check this out. If you were to say, Sharp, I was originally scheduled to play Damon.
Yeah.
I got to believe that because you were there. How would I know that's not true? So I said, Katt, how would I know that's not true? So when we released the episode, and we had that clip that Rickey said that he was originally scheduled to do Money Mike, Katt responded up under it. I didn't think he said anything bad. I didn't know that wasn't true.
I don't think that was true. I think that knowing Ice Cube and watching how he works, because I done worked with him a many a times, and he is involved in the casting.
Yes.
I think Ice Cube might have, vaguely told, because that's how Ice Cube is. He might tell a nigga, go read these two parts. I want you to read for this one and read for that one. Right. I don't know if that's what happened.
Right.
But it's something along the lines of that.
Right.
Where Rickey could have thought that. But Money Mike was originally
for Katt, but like I'm saying, so
off the top.
Mike be dropping them jewels, man. I like the way he come across. I like, Mike kind of remind me of like one of my cousins or one of my uncles or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just drop them gems and that knowledge, and the nigga is funny as well. How do you feel about this interview? Do you think he got a lot of good points on things that he was talking about? Let's talk about it. Leave it down in the comment section. It's your boy Kaotic One. This is the Cam HP TV YouTube channel right here. And if you like anything on this channel or this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you'll be alerted when we drop these videos like this one right here. And be sure to hit like on this one. Help us get it out here, man. We trying to reach that new new goal, baby. Until the next video, I'll holler. Peace.